2. It's Inferno and Cloud9's up 1-0.
Joel Beretta's out in force for Cloud9 on 2 players, Axel and Shiro. Good bit of utility as well. And for a change, we see G2 not with the full set of Kevlar. Bit more utility in the mix this time, and Shiro!
Oh!
Okay, 3 kills as he lines up the top mid play.
My man, I love the dualies.
Yeah.
I love a good dually multi-kill.
HLTV was right. G2 done.
Shiro single-handedly ended the era.
Shiro too good. Like, what do you even do? What do you even do against that man?
He's on the 2.0 ready path right now. We'll see if he can keep it up. Axel on top of the sandbags. Here comes Hooksy. Doesn't want to go around the corner.
No, why would you? Dualies, he's got low HP. I mean, look, there's nothing G2 can do in this round. It's 1 versus 5 for NiKo with that P250. Man, I mean, yeah, that's a devastating way for the round to start. Shiro just peeking around to the edge of that smoke, and that's one of the easier triple kills I think you'll ever see.
Hold mouse 1. Plenty of bullets, 2 guns to play with. And NiKo with a 1v5,
NiKo
Harry.
wins this, so literally don't even worry.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
Y'all ready for this? Check out what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Dinko, take it away. Everyone will remember this. Go.
This is your highlight.
NiKo peeks for the first. Sees nafany, who's got the information now and drops back into the site. 35 seconds. A defensive setup deployed by the CT side as NiKo slips into the apartments. This will be the
Harry's really
clutch.
set you up here because NiKo no longer going for anything.
NiKo now with the ball in his back chase, and that's a key factor. You can't forget about that. Now nafany's going to offer himself up. NiKo, so clean, just instantly kills the first player. Clean, oh, it's just incredible.
Oh.
Shiro with another kill on the Joel Berettas.
Yeah,
kill.
dude, that was lovely, lovely round from Shiro. Great stuff on those dual Berettas.
Sure.
And that was one of the better moments you've got to cast, the Shiro dual Beretta 4K, as promised.
Yep.
Thank you, Harry. Thank
We're
you
gonna
for that
insert you into the bumpers now. You're gonna take a spot away from Harry.
I got enough of them, man. It's all good. I'll just give them away.
Well done from Cloud9, off and running. And remember, one of the other things that G2's been great during this stretch, I mean, they're one of the most dominant pistol round and second round teams that we've had, and we've seen them now lose one of each. NiKo's gonna get an opening kill. That's on Shiro. A little bit of revenge.
Well, the NiKo blades, he has lit up the server multiple times. He's going for it. Just one onto Shiro so far. Ooh. Boom! NiKo gone. Now Hooksy's deep.
All right.
Now that's
it's
something.
getting juggled around. Oh, hang on. Who's next in line to the throne?
Hunter!
The power doesn't reside in the Deagle.
Maybe Monacy's got something here.
I think G2's just wishing that someone from Cloud9 was gonna peek and challenge, but they're way too disciplined for that.
Cloud9 ain't the kind of team that just goes swinging. JKS. He's the next to die, I reckon.
This is such a morbid guy. Yeah, man, they're just all going to die when they go out top.
There we go. Who we got, Harry? You choose one.
There's
oh,
one. Hunter was the first. JKS last man standing, and he gets a kill. Go on, lad. Go on, son. Deagle removed. It's a damn good effort, but they can't break through that double holdover in top mid. This is a good start for Cloud9. They went a man down to open up this round. NiKo just went whoop up through Banana. That can have those rounds start to spiral. That's kind of the necessary like prerequisite to it, is a shot like that. And you know, they still managed to emerge, only losing 1 player past that point. So actually, I think that's a job well done round.
Yeah, I like how you laid that out. AK's out for G2. Here we go, round number 3. Plenty of M4s, plenty of rifles for Cloud9's defense. Axile's going to jump across, gets a little bit of information, but nothing you can go off of. A little bit more of a route to run to grab intel early going, dodging the bullets. And he's made it all the way back safely. That's a fun little obstacle course.
NiKo's entering the most dangerous obstacle course on planet Earth. Straight up Banana. Utility being flown towards him. Hobbit went for a little peek. Doesn't see much, but the flash ready from nafany. Maybe.
That's a lot of utility used by the B defenders early. Doesn't look like they have anything stockpiled either. They got to be very careful how this one flashbang is deployed from nafany. This could be great for G2.
Good flash as well from G2. Here comes the flash on the CT side. It hasn't worked out for either of them. I think the T-Side will be a little happier. They've got that top Banana control to play with.
All 3 remaining smokes at the A bomb site as well, so this stack better work perfectly. What do you think of this stack? Who would you want to be, Harry? Top or the bottom in this one?
I always love being the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So this would be Hugo's position up on top, I'm sure. Nafany gets away with it. NiKo, the first player to fall. Let's see if Hooksy can do anything about it, but nafany stays up. He stays in that position, gets himself 2 out of it, and nafany manages to get 3, squeezes it out, and here goes m0NESY, finally starting to strike on this B site.
I'll tell you what, that's a pretty cool little protocol. Jump on top of the box, everyone gets away. You could even see nafany steps forward so he can bait for Hobbit. It doesn't work, but it's a cool idea.
A couple of cool moves there, and here goes m0NESY again. Okay, m0NESY has single-handedly pulled this one right back for G2. And he might just get another one. Shiro walking into m0NESY, finally put in the ground. And Axel now has the chance to win the clutch. It's just JKS, and he doesn't know where he is. Axel's starting to clear all these common positions. JKS is not the kind of player to make a mistake here. He'll sit back until the fight comes to him, and the time is ticking. Axel now goes to the bomb, taps to try and pull out the new box peak, but it's not going to be. JKS will send it home, and m0NESY did everything else.
Yeah, m0NESY gets him there. JKS pulls it over the finish line. Good positioning as well, just taking out the position where m0NESY went down. That's a huge round win. Quad kill for m0NESY on the AK.
I love anything where we get to watch m0NESY just move around the map. Like, I would watch around,
it's cool.
Even if m0NESY doesn't get a kill, of just like watching how he navigates. Something about his moves are so smooth, and then the fact that he goes on past this point to get 4 in the round, to even make it happen, to even put G2 on the map, to open up their map pick of Inferno. It's crazy.
Any other player not named m0NESY is looking like Pasha jumping around on those boxes.
Yeah, bro.
Weighed down by bricks tied to his feet, but it's been incredible for G2 to actually find a round like that, because if you remember back to the first map, it didn't feel like anything happened like that, Jason. No one really stepped up with a big individual play.
No one was producing quite in that fashion.
Well, pistols. 5 USPs, in fact.
Yeah. Just going to be one save round for Cloud9. They'll buy in the next. But here, a chance for Hooksy to farm up some bonus money. Now, this defense is all pushed in towards Halls. JKS, he spotted one. That's Hobbit. And he knows he's being baited into a trap. He knows there's likely a stack and he's alone, so he's going to take his time, wait for m0NESY and Hunter to join up with him.
They didn't go all the way and clear the bedroom. That's a little bit weird because Axile's in the apartments and they don't actually know he's here. And now he's in this weird gap and Hunter will learn about it the hard way. Knocked out of the round, a Galil picked up, but Hooksy, our savior. Oh!
Savior denied.
Not saving anything today. NiKo also dead, so this has taken a bit of a wild turn, hasn't it?
5 USPs to this position.
They're going for it. Surely Exile challenges against something. m0NESY's stepping forward, but I think maybe it looks like they're content actually with the weapons.
Oh, macroeconomic strike again. Oh, m0NESY finds Axel in mid, and Shiro, he is nowhere near the action here. He goes down banana. He might even just lose the AK. He's going to get himself in the logs and just hide away.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's got to know, too, this is probably damage control on the G2 side of things as well. He knows he's not going to be hunted down because 3 weapons already been taken away. Great round from Cloud9,
wow.
Bringing nothing into the round whatsoever, getting 3 kills. That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Really beautiful.
What do you think, Harry? You love to see it from him, don't you? And it's all because of that pesky little Axile not getting
hiding in the bedroom.
Hiding in the bedroom, where you least suspect. Bloody hell, that was a little.
That was tough.
That was a little harder than I thought.
I feel like you were caught in limbo between suspect and expect.
Yeah.
And kind of combine them into sexpect in the bedroom. So great work.
Sexpecting Axile, a new. A new
TV
adult
show.
film that's coming out. Just for adults. Oh, here we are. m0NESY gets the opener.
Well done, m0NESY. Here's the movement you like to see.
I do love it.
Oh. He's climbed up into the apartments. G2 have the advantage. We're going to start to see them get into the game now. Finally, G2 have arrived to the match of the day. I feel like every time we hype up a match, we actually stamp it. Match of the day turns out being the worst game of the day, but finally this is starting to warm up.
Oh, good kill from Shiro and Hobbit. The Molotov actually burns him down, so G2 has the indication that 2 players are going to be there, but do they realize there's a third just lying in wait at the back of the bomb site? NiKo, no smoke. Oh, he gets out of it with a hop.
It was nearly a real barbecue in that position. Shiro spams through, catches him through the smoke and the wall, and NiKo no longer with us, but
no idea.
Buster's in dark.
They don't know really any of the numbers here, man. Like,
they're gonna fall back though. Look at this on the rap side. JKS is gonna be plan B. He's saying, guys, come on back over here. I got everything. He's got a smoke as well to drop to allow him to come up, and it's gonna be all on Exile because 3 players from Cloud9 with Buster hiding doesn't want to give away his position by going for information, so they have no idea that G2's not here. They're just figuring it out now.
Well, nice peek from Axel. Literally the perfect timing to catch JKS before he went into the library. But now he's caught in limbo. He doesn't know where the rest of the pack are coming from. And m0NESY is quick to a headshot. Now they push forward, sprinkling bullets towards the library. And now the bomb will go down. A 2 versus 3 still, Harry. But it is looking good, at least for a moment here for G2.
Yeah, Cloud9, they're going to wait for all three to be here. They're grouping. They've dropped in this moto smoke, but look at it. They're trying to be a little bit deceptive here. They've lobbed that smoke in, but the bulk of these guys are moving up through the short side.
One kid on Buster, and it's going to be alone in the retake.
It's coming over from the moto side, right? So you really need these guys over at short to get in. m0NESY wins that first fight. Away with a smoke spam. The nades rain in. He's brought down low. And there's Shiro with a smoke shot to find him. Beautiful round from Shiro. It's so close. Buster's just gotten here, and I think he's got it. That's 3 on the board for Cloud9, baby.
Shiro is just on another level today, isn't he? He's just hitting absolutely everything. Through the smoke, through the wall, right on towards m0NESY. Goes into the site and just takes that final kill at the last possible second. Gets on the defuse. That is perfect from Shiro. Just continuing this performance throughout today.
Dude, it's so important as well. Like, Shiro kind of gets all the glory, like spearheading the retake, but Axel down in the pit with that 1 kill on JKS. You said he was like the plan B for G2.
Yeah.
And anyone will tell you, if you want plan B to work, you got to get it in pretty quick after the axe. So he starts to creep through the long side, trying to get up into moto, into library to cut off the rotates, and Axel nails that perfect timing on the check.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I even thought the response from m0NESY was even better than perhaps the
We haven't had to see Shiro versus m0NESY a lot. Like, it feels like that matchup never happens.
Yeah.
We've only seen it one time. I think it was at the RMR Road to Rio. And G2 didn't play so well at that tournament, as we know.
Yeah, that was rock bottom, it felt.
But you know what? You bounce off the rock bottom and you go flying up, so...
And that's a 4v5 conversion as well. nafany was taken out early in that round with a push to the mid-smoke. So well done from Cloud9. NiKo again not enjoying the Molotovs. They're coming through this. Exile already out of ammunition due to the spam. Good trade from Hunter.
Well, smokes are down. Hobbit swings out long, spots out NiKo, who's having a really tough day at the office. Hunter goes in and he'll fall to Hobbit too. Not really looking too well right now for G2. This buy didn't have a lot of confidence behind it to begin with, but nothing going their way. Even m0NESY with a rifle, not amounting to much. It's just JKS now with a Tech9.
Yeah, it's the Tech9 brother skin. Like, what's the name? Is it Hulk Hogan? Who's like, brother. I think that's him. JKS with 1. 1 out of 4. Not bad, but won't take it any further than that.
Brother. 4-2.
Isn't there a Hulk? The incredible Hulk Hogan.
Brother! That's got some legs on it, man. We'll pitch that to him. I'll message him after this game, don't worry.
We'll make it.
2-round lead, just unarmored pistols this round's for G2. This should be one of the easier ones that Cloud9 have a chance to build up some money as well. Okay, we'll just jump and take off Hooksy's head.
Sure, that's fine. Thank you, nafany.
nafany's been real aggressive in these 2 maps today, hasn't he?
I'm loving it. Because like, his performance when the events they play bad at kind of sucks. So I like that he's throwing himself in and actually getting away with it. And all the kills just come toppling down. Cloud9 are just destroying G2. They put them in a box right now.
Yeah, they force them into their first time out, G2.
When's the last time you've seen NiKo and Hunter struggle this bad? Like, for a whole series so far.
Again, it's like really hard for me to like say any kind of indictment on the G2 players because like Cloud9's playing so good right now. Everyone's feeling on point going back to Vertigo, and yeah, you obviously need them to produce, but this is a very strong Cloud9 we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it is one of these things where in this matchup, you know, Cloud9 are a team that have like a similar vibe about them to what G2 used to have, right? This idea of like you have all these superstar players.
You should be one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, like you should be winning, but why aren't you winning? We're spending so much money on you. Can you win something?
Please.
And you know, that was always like the missing element here. But this is what happens when we have, you know, everyone playing in tandem, all kind of in it together. This is a very nice sales pitch for Cloud9 right now.
We can win some group stage games at EPL.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, like, poor Cloud9, no matter how well they play, there's always going to be a question.
There's
right?
always a caveat, isn't there?
It's going to take a lot to turn the opinion on Cloud9.
I feel like they're the EG of Europe.
Wow.
That's harsh. That's a yellow card.
That might be straight to red. You might be done, bro.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry.
We love
Don't
it.
apologize to me. Go out there and apologize to Cloud9.
Sorry, Jack.
Each of them individually after the game. NiKo's having no fun with utility and banana this game. He's burned almost twice now, brought down very low. HU grenades bring him down to 30.
I think that's even rougher considering the fact that, like, for NiKo personally, he's probably like trying to really get involved here.
Yeah.
Feeling a bit of, you know, taking a bit of like the burden on his shoulders for the loss in the last map. So every time he's tried to get the ball rolling, he's just kind of been put down to like 30 HP and suddenly he has to play passive. Yeah.
Oh well. G2, as a team, very passive in this round so far. Just very basic control and positioning from JKS to make sure nobody's pushed up and immediately falling back to the B bomb site. nafany's got smoke Molotov, and he just drops the smoke now. I mean, that's going to go till, what, like 13 seconds? They're going to have to go through it, and there's going to be a Molotov.
You can't wait behind that. You just got to go send it through with a flash, but there's still 2 players here. nafany gets checked. Shiro still at least gets 1. And when Shiro's around this bomb site, magic can happen. Another smoke kill for Shiro. And over the top of the coffins, Hunter just gets a little unlucky because Shiro tucked behind the corner and his teammates are now starting to arrive. Hobbit comes up banana. m0NESY has no way of dealing with that. And JKS, he has to do something here. He can't afford to fall. He's got himself 1, but cannot fight Hobbit. It's all on Hunter. Playing from the coffins, but I feel like he'll find himself in 1 very soon. And it's Shiro with just so much discipline. He just comes around the corner, closes it out.
Yeah, Hunter was waiting for that peek that whole time, and Shiro just not giving it to him. I think he heard him jump up onto the coffins because, I mean, everyone was kind of spamming the coffins, turning the corner, looking for Hunter's position. Another great round from Cloud9. They didn't have to, I mean, nafany never even deployed that Molotov, which would have been the extra nightmare on top of everything.
Yeah, Shiro's 12-2 right now. It's kind of wild seeing the level he's at. That's a 6 KD.
Or did he deploy the Molotov? He did. I take it back. Sorry, nafany.
That's some crazy patience right there. That's a rare thing in today's society, having the patience to get that done.
I know, dude. Just ask any doctor. There's some crazy patients out there, I'm sure. Hey, there you go. There's
Jesus.
the link. No, it's kind of interesting. It's an interesting dynamic in this trio because we have like play-by-play, color, and then like Agent of Chaos. That's what I'm
you're
trying
on the flex roll, I heard.
Yeah, actually, I'm in the.
You're flex.
I'm flexing hard right now, man. Just like Cloud9 are on G2. They're starting to build a lot of momentum here, right? They're starting to kind of really squeak this one out in a way that's feeling worrisome. You know, I came into this kind of feeling like, okay, G2, this is what we're going to have to bounce back. But the level of Cloud9 hasn't dropped off, and G2, it's not like I'm sitting here being wowed too often in a lot of these rounds that have gone by the wayside once again. NiKo struggling, Hunter down there alongside him, and Hunter's been like a rock in this G2 team. These are just pistols, so the aggro might actually be appreciated in some capacity from G2, but it's not really panned out for them to open. They've gotten away with 2 kills, but NiKo is super wounded. The nades are raining in on JKS. He's hiding in a corner. Look at him, man.
I love this.
This guy was lifting a trophy in Katowice, and now they've got him boxed into a corner, caged in.
This is like confident psychological warfare. They're right out of a timeout. You know they've kind of come up with an idea what to do in a half buy, and you just don't even let him execute it. That's the play that nafany made in round number 3 where he got picked off. This time it works. Not enough players at T-ramp to kind of put a stop to it. And you add that with the second player, Buster, swinging behind him for a trade. You add Hobbit up in the apartment windows, peeking down deep into alt mid. That's a brutal push.
And now you're playing the rest of this round out, but we've yet to really see anything crazy happen or feel like there's even an opportunity to get back into this. So NiKo's going to go send himself up banana on 7 HP. But I think he'll be sailing to his death very shortly. JKS coming behind him.
I would say that, I mean, actually, there's
you believe in a chance here?
I mean, if you look at it, I mean, look,
right?
There's always a chance, but the fact that Shiro's playing this so passively could get smoked off. Obviously, you're going to need some fantastic shots from the G2 players, and I mean, that opportunity, that chance is really dwindling the closer Buster gets.
Busted, I think, is about to
there you go.
Here.
That would have been great. Yeah.
There he comes. Right behind them, but Shiro, again,
gap in that smoke?
Just always finding some way to just ruin the smokes from G2. He's just on the other side, a little bit of a gap, and Shiro takes 2.
Shiro's just hyper-focused right now.
Yeah, bro. Shiro's going crazy at this event. And, you know, I think when we kind of saw, like, Cloud9, I'm trying to think, this was coming into 2021, it would have been. You know, when, or actually, no, like in response to nafany starting to get their era going, rather. Sure. It felt like Shiro was one of these guys who took a bit of that pressure on himself. If you remember, towards the end of that year, he became very, what I would say is like very, very passive as an AWPer. And those clutches and stuff that he was delivering a lot of the time kind of faded away. It felt like he like really focused and tried to build back up.
Oh.
He's been a huge driving force behind the success of this Cloud9 squad, and it feels like he's still peaking. He's still going up. It's crazy. This round, it started well for G2. They got the opener, but it's immediately gone back into this 4-on-4, and Buster is trying to take some liberties here, but that molly tags him, and that will make him decide against it. I like that he doesn't. Once the tag comes in, like they know he's right there. Everyone's looking at the smoke. And so now they get to play out the 4-on-4 at least.
Well, at least if they attack into this A bomb site, Shiro's on the other side of the map. He's got native VP over towards B, which gives Cloud9 the confidence to shift some players over, although I say that as nafany rotates back. So 2 defenders at A, 2 at the B bomb site.
In G2, clearly want to try and go in towards this A site. HooXi's going to send some utility out, and that is going to cause a rotation.
That's
Buster's
a
going to
perfect
leave.
fake. Yeah, they bid hard on this. Hobbit's all on his lonesome.
Well, he's often really solid on top of the balcony. When do they decide to crunch? When's the call to go here for G2? They're just being pretty tentative as JKS explores options outside of Boiler. They now start to move towards long. They might wrap this site and push Hobbit from 2 sides. And he's starting to get worried about this. That smoke's missed. And so he's just going to stay up here on top of the balcony, not dropping. And G2 eventually will push him from 2 sides, putting pressure on him, and they'll just immediately headshot him. Buster's come back in the rotation, but m0NESY's covered off the library. And Shiro, he's back here. He's still in the party.
That's a bomb. That's the bomb. He's got a chance. Oh, the tag! But it's on. It's a 1v2. Shiro's going for it, baby.
Just no time to get the bomb down. Shiro could have won it moments ago, but maybe there's still a chance for him to do it here. Kid on his back, set a utility, and a smoke and a flash, and time as he starts to wrap around short. NiKo's in the pit. He's got the health. And HooXi in the site with more cover but lower health. Shiro's gone up to the apartments with the USP. All out. NiKo making some noise. Shiro misses the shot. That was the chance. That was the opening back into it, but unfortunately will not be happening. He may still track HooXi and get this kill, which he will. And Shiro is just going to drop back now.
I love the attempt. He hits that shot on NiKo. He's got a real chance swinging out with the USP on HooXi with low health that he legged earlier.
Still could even won it just a moment ago as well. It's wild.
That's a nice attempt from Shiro. 16-2, taking an AWP away from G2, taking an AWP away from m0NESY on this T side of Inferno.
Dude, look at how close that was to a collateral as well. I honestly thought he was going to hit it. He got the bomb, which I guess was like the next best thing, but it just eludes him. And that 1 second of having, you know, like reload the AWP in between, you know, the downtime between shots gave them enough time to get it back.
Yeah, I mean, he even legs HooXi as he goes to pick up that bomb. So, I mean, that was very close to just being a disaster. There were 8 seconds on the clock when HooXi picked it up. That would have been the round. Late little jump boost to peek down, another leg, and another piece of aggression. Man, Shiro and Exile in tandem are like a house on fire. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I love a house fire. I love a house fire, me. Hobbit over towards B, gonna get run down by NiKo. And while the emergency services are on their way for this one, NiKo, Fireman's carries this bomb in towards B.
Ooh.
Nades just fall short of him. He's made of sterner stuff. So we're into the 3-on-3 now as the dust and smoke and mirrors starts to settle over towards B. Cloud9 are grouping for a retake here.
A lot of nades, a lot of utility for Cloud9 to pull off this retake. They've got smoke, 2 Molotovs, and a couple of flashbangs.
And in the dead of night, you can rely on Axel and Shiro to pull your way back into these retakes, but NiKo gets blinded. There's Axel's first kill. m0NESY, remember, is so low on health and he's been cleared out. Axel with a second, just JKS. The defuse currently happening, and they won't be able to get it done. It's Cloud9 getting into the site again, pulling off the defuse and continuing the pain train for G2.
Everything's working for these boys. Everything is going well. Their utility is on point, and G2 is just getting caught out. It's just one of those games where it just snowballs because Cloud9 feel like they can do no wrong. So they're so confident in every play they make.
m0NESY just thinks he can hide in this corner. He's so fixated on something else, and Axel just comes through, clears all the correct positions. Once again, Shiro hits that stupid shot at the start of the game. That was ridiculous. That first flick down in mid.
Yeah. I like what we're getting out of Shiro. I really do. You know, Axel's been impressive alongside him. That is the duo that you want stepping up. But I love that Shiro has not been super risk-averse in this game. He's more than willing to kind of throw himself into the fray, to get involved, to just kind of believe in his ability. I think you kind of need like a level of almost intentional, blissful ignorance in your stars, right? Like, I felt like that was maybe Shiro's downfall in the middle of like 2021, was that he like became so smart and so wise to ways that rounds could go wrong that he always tried to play it safe.
Yeah, you kind of want to see players of this caliber play for the win rather than playing not to lose, and I think that's been a big criticism of them at times, but this has been great. We're seeing some CT aggression, we're seeing different looks from the team. And Shiro was even going for some crazy clutches there too.
That was certainly the criticism of Shiro and Axel individually coming out of the online era, right? And I think that kind of assessment and that kind of criticism is now transferred just to the team as a whole in general for a while now. But this confidence that Cloud9 has at the moment could be interesting to see how this develops later on. Now, the real test is going to be when they get into the playoffs, when they get into the arenas and the stage games, because that's always kind of been the bane of their existence. Cloud9 has typically always been scary in these group stages. Not always this scary, though.
Yeah, you know, I filmed some content with them when I was doing that. They all seem to be really getting on. Like, you know, like when the vibe just feels good in a team? And I feel like that was like a good sign of things to come. Now, Shiro, he's making these good vibes even greater.
He's even ready for the angle.
God, he's so ready for you. He's so ready for you, man. NiKo, you're living on borrowed time. Oh, no, he's going to nail it. Shiro's out of the round, and we're into this 4-on-4. nafany with the backstab. Might have a leash on this beast, but JKS and NiKo battle through it. It's all left onto Hobbit in the clutch.
They can't let this slip. G2 cannot let this round go the other way. Hobbit coming back in. No kid to speak of, but the first kill is onto NiKo. Now the element of surprise is gone. They know exactly where he's coming from, and JKS wraps around the backside and takes a 4th round for G2.
Not nearly reflect how dominant Cloud9 have been in these first 12 rounds of play, so still chances for G2. A good reposition from JKS wrapping around behind. 8-4.
Shiro's got an op, so anything's possible.
Oh, this economic break, though. If G2 could get it, what a luxury that would be.
Just shows you how some of these rounds have come pretty close. Shiro's op. Ooh, timing just elusive. Can't get back. Nearly body blocked by his teammate. Luckily stays up. Would have been a disaster to lose Shiro in that fashion.
Looks like they might want to go pretty quickly here, right? They've got that info. They know they've gotten util out of these B players, and they know the money's in a bit of a weird way, so they hit the go button here. Moving in. That was a collateral from 2 players that are worlds apart. Shiro has done a lot of damage here, and he's teed up Cloud9 for a 4v4 retake. He can pump the brakes, wait for these rotates. Yeah, man, the bomb's out in the open. 2 players tagged from that orb. The nade could be devastating, but it sails over the top. Axel didn't get the memo.
I don't know if you go for this if you're Cloud9.
You got an op, you're not going to have that the next round, right? So
I mean, they're here. I think they might at least attempt it, but I don't. Yeah, this is going to be very, very costly. They have an opportunity to fall back. Yeah, it's a defensive smoke. They're going to try and get away. I like this call. Out of money, no reason to risk everything. That would be a huge bounce back into the game. Hobbit's going to get out. The op is already into safety as well. Both teams are just happy to call the round over.
Mission.
Yeah.
Get to the lifeboats, but they're not going to sail away with their weapons at least here. G2 back in the game. 5 rounds here on the T side.
I just can't get over the 19-3, the fact that he landed a collateral in that round, and even then killed someone else that wasn't one of the collated players. Shiro's having an insane day in the office. I'm obsessed with this stat line, bro. Like, look at it. Look at it in all 19-3.
Would you just look at it?
That's like Jame level deaths, but like
the other way around.
Simple level impact every round. It's insane.
It's crazy because he's doing it against the best team in the world as well. Like, you can't get any better than this right now. It's unbelievable from Shiro. Who do you think was number 2 last year? Shiro or ZywOo? Which one would you have taken?
Shiro.
Harry? Shiro or ZywOo?
Which fan base you want to piss off?
Oh, I would have taken Zywoo every damn day.
Cool.
Well, there goes the off on Shiro. NiKo grabs that one, traded back once again by that boost, but nafany, what a champ. He stayed in the flames to make sure Hobbit could get that kill and get away.
Do it again.
Yeah, he's got another one, I think, cooking up in that. NiKo
Oh,
elsewhere.
hang on, he's ruined the round.
I didn't know NiKo was an offer.
He's running it back.
Don't you know he loves that weapon? 2 of them on the T side here. The bomb is going back over to Banana. NiKo's got eyes on CT. Smoke comes in to cover off the cross, and Axel at least stays up here.
Again, though, I think this is just going to be a save call. Yeah, I mean, Buster just salvaged an AK-47, so yeah, back away. Got money to buy in the next round, the last round of the first half, but G2 have withstood a pretty vicious storm to put a respectable number of rounds on the board.
Yeah, it's great to see them actually showing up here. I thought we were about to see a super flat 2-0 coming in from G2, and you don't really want to see that. Bang. Yeah, nice shot from NiKo. I mean, it's an interesting story because I think even a couple of months ago, we would have just said coming into this, G2 started Pro League. How many times have we seen them just fall flat to someone, right? But coming into this is different narrative. Even dropping the ball to a team like Cloud9, it wouldn't be the worst in the world, especially with a bracket. You know, you're guaranteed pretty much, I would say, to see G2 still feel comfortable going through no matter what. But if they are to lose, I think Cloud9 would be an okay team to lose to.
Yeah, you know, they're kind of like this like dark horse team where like they kind of, if anything, serially underperform in moments that really matter. But no one's arguing against the fact that like Cloud9 aren't legit as hell in a lot of other aspects, right? And that like links back into this conversation we were saying earlier. You have 2 players in the top 4, top 5 the year prior. You know, they're improving, but your results have gotten worse. It doesn't make sense. There needs to be those results. So yeah, you know, I think, like you say, it's not the worst team to lose to, but if you're G2, you don't want to even think about that, man. You want to keep your streak going. You want to keep this invincible feeling alive. This idea of the immortal G2 squad needs to be in their minds, in my eyes.
Well, and the winner of this is in the playoffs, right? And then you have that outsiders match in the upper bracket final to see who's going to get into straight to the quarterfinals, topping the group.
Cloud9 outsiders. What a throwback.
Yeah, that would be actually.
Here goes NiKo. Well, he's done well, just clearing out Banana. No one's around to challenge him. So they've got that. 1 minute and 10 seconds still left. Good map control taken for G2.
Some patience, some calm on the map.
Yeah, it's been a little chaotic throughout this. So just a moment to breathe. We'll see where G2 want to send this one. Shiro has decided he's going to rotate over and help out this A bomb site. Currently set up inside of the B site is nafany and Hobbit.
No smoke, no Molotov here at the B bomb site either. They've used their utility, so this might be a call based off some utility counting by NiKo, who's been just tucked into the cubby. Shiro's rotating over with the Molotov, but I think he's going to be a little bit late to deploy it effectively.
Here comes the pop, running right through. Hobbit's going to be the first player. Testy's going to do so well. Shiro alongside him is just no breaking through this for G2. Finally a kill comes in, but you've got to walk into the rest. And now that rotation has come over, and Shiro has just been unbeatable in these positions. So many kills through the smokes. He's peppered him up, but Hunter's actually got away.
And he did arrive in time for that Molotov. That Molotov was a thing of beauty. I take it back. Shiro could do no wrong in this game. Buster goes down. Exile's got the final kill. It's going to be 9-6 for Cloud9, looking to make a statement win in Week 1 of ESL Pro League Season 17. We'll be right back to see if G2 can come back and bring us to Ancient.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback. Yeah, yeah, I think it's time for the comeback. I hope you're ready for the, yeah, I see it's time. Press play on the tape, no rewind. No delay, put it all on the line. Only going up, ain't no room for the climb. Meet me at the top, or you won't ever see me. I'm making dreams come true like a genie. I'm making moves soon, you gon' have to king me. Checkmate, crown, you gon' have to bring me. Ain't no other way. Up next, then I'm putting you away. Yeah, maybe another day. Give me the trophy, I'ma put it on display. Hope you ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback. Yeah, yeah, I think it's time for the comeback. I hope you're ready for the. I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback. Yeah, yeah, I think it's time for the comeback. Yeah, I hope you're ready for the comeback. I think it's time for the comeback. I hope you're ready for the comeback.
Dominate the game like we supposed to. Dodging all lanes like we supposed to. I just run the play like we supposed to.
But you need to bench yourself.
Game time.
Game time, baby. I think we can come to some sort of arrangement, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think we can come to some sort of arrangement.
We rise from hell.
There's the Molotov, perfectly timed as NiKo and Harry were incorrect on that call during the game, and it was another beautiful round for Cloud9 to close these out 9-6. But you gotta say, G2's done a good job keeping this one close, boys.
I do like that the person with the microphone gets to change history, Harry. That is quite a superpower to have.
I learned that trick a long time ago.
No, that is the truth of the matter.
That's experience.
Yeah. And I like that you have immediately come in and added a little bit of tension into this car, right?
We were all getting a little too chummy, a little too comfortable.
It was too nice, you know? There always used to be like just that nagging feeling of, I'm not welcome here. And there it is. So here we are, G2 moving on to the CT side. They're 3 rounds behind here after a convincing opener from Cloud9, who are already a map up in this series. G2 staring their streak and the possibility of it disappearing dead in the face.
Just poof, gone. After all that work. We'll see if NiKo can get this pistol started with a first headshot,
Like
and he
that.
absolutely will. Such a satisfying sound when NiKo gets the tap, but even better when Hobbit's block starts to rattle kills. 2 picked up. He nearly fouls the whole push. Going down, but they go right through. Axel hunts down his prey. NiKo gets overrun, and now suddenly Cloud9 have flipped it back to them.
What a perfect timing for the call to go through the smoke. Just as Hobbit is spotting 3 players pushing down his, they knew NiKo was alone at the B-bomb site.
Oh, I feel bad for JKS as well. It just took him like 3 seconds to find the kit, and it left him further away. So it's actually cost him more time than he's going to save from having it. But 2 on 3 as they move in. They've got to be quick here at picking up these kills. Hunter, falls at the first hurdle, and nafany there to close it. Cloud9 run away with the pistol. They've kickstarted this second half right where they left off.
That one hurts. You got to see G2 now pick up a force buy because they have to really start to come back into the series. It doesn't feel like they've really ever been in a comfortable position throughout these first 2 maps, and
hey,
now
up,
you've
guys?
lost the pistol.
Yeah, there they are. Everyone's just chilling. Everyone's a good time. Nicely done from Hobbit with the double kill. And unfortunately, NiKo not able to have time to reload. Just a complete deletion from Cloud9. This streak you guys speak of from G2, remind me, it's 14 series in a row?
I believe it's 16
15,
now.
16?
16.
Beautiful.
But
I think Harry's going to start counting. I see him pulling something up. Nope, he wasn't going to.
now he is.
No, yeah, I am. You're good.
So the thing is, you only really ever need to get to 16-0. So maybe that's the end of the road. We'll have Harry fill us in a moment. NiKo jumps up on top of the half wall, sends a couple of shots through, and yeah, they're giving him a FAMAS. It's a gift of sorts. It's like when your friend buys you something kind of crappy for your birthday, but you got to pretend you like it.
Yeah. We all
What's
hate
the worst gift you've ever had, Jason?
I have
And
no
who was
idea.
it from?
Exactly. Call him out right here. All right.
Counting to 16, proving to be a process here for Harry.
Let's see if NiKo can pull off this stack. A little smoke in the way. Ooh, a late peek out. NiKo goes down. 4 on 3 now for Cloud9, and once again might be coming through that smoke. Hooksy's right behind it, blinded, out of ammunition, and Cloud9 have broken down the gates. What is it? What's the verdict, Harry? 16?
16, right
16. Okay.
Sorry, I gave you all a nod. You were like midway through doing this
Yeah,
whole casting thing or whatever, so I like didn't want to interrupt, but yeah, you guys nailed it. I had full faith.
Thank you, Harry. JKS and Monacy. Just nowhere to be seen. Unfortunate because G2 didn't win the force buy. So Cloud9 putting themselves in a beautiful position in this series. And what a way for them to bounce back from Katowice.
That's both pistols and both second rounds won from Cloud9 on this map, which, as we highlighted earlier, that was one of the big strengths of G2 during this 16 series win streak. Is a phenomenal and incredible record in either winning the pistol or converting the second round.
Yeah, they haven't been able to really get going, I think, throughout any of the starts of these halves yet. You know, it's been even on Vertigo, they just kind of they tried to start that force buy war, they just lost it, and there just hasn't been a point where they start a half feeling comfortable. And I guess if they lose this, there won't be.
21-5 now for Shiro.
You still obsessed with that, Harry? 21-5? Is that still tickling your fancy?
It's pretty nice. I don't think it looks as like visually appealing as I think it was 19-3.
Yeah.
There's just something about that, about the ways that 3 fits into 9.
Sure.
Not 19 though, but like the 9.
There's a 9 in the 19.
There's a 9 in the 19,
3 in there
and there's like a
somewhere.
5, and then I'm looking at 21, and I'm like, where on earth? You know, like what's 5 plus 10?
There's 9.
21.
What is happening? What just occurred? We're having our conversation after this. 11-6.
Told you, man. Play-by-play color agent of chaos. You know, that's right. Hunter's got the USP. He's pushed up into the bedroom. But what will he find in the sheets?
Hobbit.
I like it. Just a one-word answer, and you weren't wrong.
Oh.
It's not going so well here
Hobbit
for G2.
in the sheets, but an orc on the streets. It's like he's
like-
gone full bloodlust mode. They have in this round as they all pick up the pace.
You remember that picture that Zeus posted when Hobbit joined Gambit of them like laying in bed together? Yeah. That's what I think of when you say Hobbit in the, Hobbit in the sheets.
Type it in. Hobbit in bed.
That's where my brain went to. I'll show you. I got it on my phone somewhere. Going to be a 12th round for Cloud9, a 6-round lead.
4 away from ending G2.
Yeah, and finding a date with outsiders in the upper bracket final of this this first group of ESL Pro League.
Now that'll be an interesting matchup stylistically.
Yeah. It'll be very cool.
Did you find the picture, Harry?
No. I typed in Hobbit in bed, Hobbit, Zeus.
Did you get a bunch of Lord of the Rings fan sites on that one?
Yeah.
Come stay at my Hobbit hole.
I learned about the 34 rules of the Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
If you want to learn about them, just Google Lord of the Rings.
I thought you were about
34.
to list us with number 1.
Perfect. Oh, no longer a family show. Timeout taken from G2. They're third.
That's a yellow card, Harry, actually.
Only a yellow, so I can go a little further in this. All right.
Yeah, I can push that boundary a little bit more.
Timeout.
Now, I did like what the other guys were doing earlier, where it was like every caster had 1 word each. And I kind of liked that flow. It sounded really good.
I think we could do it better as well.
Okay.
You want to do 1 word each? Just give it a little try, like intro this round on 1 word each.
Sure. Take it away. You start us off, Harry.
All right.
We'll go right to left.
G2
Is
Losing.
hard.
But
There's
Hope.
still
in
The
game.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hope's still in the game. G2 is still filled with hope. Why is Hope so lucky? Axel moving up towards the top of Banana, and he's
my
taking
Lord.
heads off, and just like that, the round is over, so rest assured.
That's the B defense gone, and look at the mini-map. There's a Molotov stockpile that hasn't been used on this defense. There's 2 smokes at the top of Banana as well that were dropped by the CT side as well. So you've taken the players away, you've taken the resources away, and you have all the advantages because only 1 defender here can actually hold this back. Good shot from Monacy, pulls this into a doable retake.
Yeah, that's a little awkward from Hobbit, man. Going in that early has actually given them a route to even odds. On Inferno especially, numbers alone can just decide whether or not you save. When you look and you see 3 on 4, you're probably already thinking about saving, but now they've been given a reason to believe, a reason to give this one a try. Smoke gets out a Hunter's way, and he's looking for this kill to tip the scales, to bring them back in. Smoke down over towards Banana. That locks out Shiro from having much of a say in how this site retake goes down. And there's the opener found from JKS. nafany's tucked in, but he can't buy time. And Monacy gets his revenge. There is milliseconds left on this defuse, but JKS and Monacy walk it over the line.
The no-scope at the end is just ridiculous. The flick no-scope gets back onto the site with just enough time. That's the kind of rounds we need from G2 and Monacy stepping up.
Well, look at the whole round he puts together.
4 kills, yeah.
Yeah, 1 kill down mid. He finds the lurker and Hobbit. This one here, but the no-scope had to have been a thing of beauty. Yeah.
What is that?
We'll take it. We'll absolutely
and the jump
take
at
it.
the end too. There
I
we
mean,
go.
just to begin with, that was such an unlikely retake it felt. It was so deep into the timer as it came down to the wire. Very little utility, strong positions from Cloud9. They had plenty of time to set up. That's a good win for G2. Can it spark something?
Possibly a chance here.
Yeah, we're not doing the 1 word thing again, man. It didn't work. I think it waters down the storytelling.
Maybe when we...
Axile's boosted up over half wall. Oh, flashbangs out. Oh, they're both blind. Perfect support from NiKo. Follow-up grenade does a little bit of chip damage. Molotov holds them at bay for the moment. And there's the response and adds on top. Shiro rips off the shoulder of NiKo. It's 12-7. It's a 4-on-3, and surely Cloud9 don't let this advantage slip away. Remember, they started last round in a 5-on-3 situation coming up, Banana. This one they want to capitalize on.
At the front of the pack at B is Axel. He's looking for some info. His teammates now joining him. And I feel real bad for Hunter right now.
Again, look at the utility that's been dropped. These kills at top Banana that Cloud9 are getting are so early on in the round that the G2's not able to capitalize on these like stockpiles. There's 2 smokes hitting the deck, and Hunter's got none on his hands.
Yep, this is the problem. He's going to have to hold alone. He's going to get the A1S as well. No extra bullets to play with.
This is a save call. This is Hunter saying, if I kill everyone, we win, and if I die, we lose.
Well, there we go. Is Hunter going to kill everyone? We're going to find out right about now. There's the first offered up. Flash goes out. Hunter swings, and unfortunately just 1. Monacy's come back over. No kill through the smoke. And so it really is that safe call.
It's the power of these early kills from Cloud9 and then pumping the brakes, slowing things down, as you just never know if they're repositioning on the map. In a situation like that, Hunter decides to just take a gamble for the team.
the sad thing for G2 is even when you have a round like that where m0NESY just pops off, gets you a big round, they haven't been able to use any of those opportunities to string them together and get back into the game. Even there's been 2 or 3 on this map so far when an individual has popped off and give them a round, but it just hasn't really looked like G2 are here to play today.
Yeah, you know, I mean, one of the comments that we made on the desk was saying this idea of, like, in G2, sometimes you can have, like, a star player go quiet, right? Because you have, like, so many people who can fill that void. But right now, it's kind of middle-of-the-pack performances for everyone. m0NESY's had a couple of standout moments in there, but the rest of the gang are having a bit of a rough go at it. And on top of that, you know, then you, like, factor in and, like, compound all these problems by the fact that Shiro, who's been lights out all game long, is going for, like, aggro moves like this in tandem with the nade, in tandem with the util. He's playing ahead of it, which, like, in and of itself can be a bit of a risk, like taking that angle. You don't know if, like, m0NESY's rotated over with the AWP and they're playing that, like, triple B early, but he kind of calls their bluff on it, and they get this ludicrous reward of a free double kill up towards top banana. It's like Cloud9's confidence is peaking, and G2, you know, they already came into this probably feeling a little bit like, okay, guys, now we have to win, and that part isn't happening yet, so you're just still, like, down in the dumps, man. You're feeling rough.
There's tons of problems right now for G2 in this particular game of Inferno, but, I mean, as we all know on this map, if you cannot hold on and control Banana, you're just going to have a really, really bad time on this map, and this is now back-to-back rounds that Cloud9 has been able to delete that defense. Bolstered this round with m0NESY's AWP. NiKo in support.
Well, control of alt middle to continue this deletion. nafany employing more of a passive setup in middle while the rest of his teammates start to take control of the apartments. And while m0NESY, we've seen some ridiculous shots from him in this position, but they're not allowing him to even get that chance. The Molotov forces him further back. Cloud9 don't mind just playing with the time here. There's so much of it.
This is going to be tough for G2. I mean, the entire thought process behind this is let's not do that aggressive fast towards Banana. Let's make them spend some utility because they're going to have to be nervous about it. And later on in the round, after we've slow played it, they'll be out of some defensive nades.
Well, JKS playing anti-flash, still turns around and gets blinded, and he's going to hold down the spray. At least gets one. It's Axel that falls. nafany's hit the deck too, and they're all starting to chime in here, G2.
Yeah, Hobbit not really in the best of spots to try and fight for this top mid control from him. With only 20 seconds left and so much going against Cloud9 to open up this round. It will just be a save call. They kind of, you know, they tried their hand at that opening move, and when it doesn't work, they write it off. They let this one slip by the wayside. They still have, you know, room to make calls like this.
Yeah, money's not pretty now, surprisingly, as well for Cloud9. Shiro's going to have to drop one over instead of getting utility. So it'll be a pretty scrappy buy for Cloud9. So this might be like one of the last opportunities G2 have to really close this gap significantly to come back here on Inferno. Just 5 rounds back for the moment.
Cloud9's T side on the first map was incredible at just breaking apart any of the aggressive moves that usually work so well for G2. At least here on Inferno, like you said, this is probably the first time they've had where they're going up against a bit of a weaker buy on the T side. So hopefully we get to see something different here for G2.
Weaker buy just means more aggression with these MAC-10s.
Send it up. Axel just charging through the smoke in the middle of the fire. There's nowhere for him to go. It truly is an Inferno.
And G2 wanted nothing to do with that fight. They wanted absolutely nothing to do with it based off how it's gone previously. NiKo does come back with some support utility, but he's dumped all of his grenades. Hooksy's only got 1 smoke left. That's a lot of resources taken away from Cloud9 just by being aggressive and having presence with these MAC-10s.
Oh, the one vulnerability here could be if one of these MAC-10s like swings around the apartment and comes up the short side, and that's what the first guy does. nafany bounds over m0NESY, and JKS only holds on with a double. Hunt is traded after the first, and we end up in this 2v2 now. Both the players for Cloud9 are low, but Shiro nails his one shot over towards short. It's NiKo versus Hobbit.
Hobbit has an AWP.
Oh, okay.
He gets into the site. NiKo finds the gap on the side of the smoke and goes through to secure it. That got a little scary.
Man, you want to talk about how rough this day has been sometimes with the timings for G2. Just as JKS pulls out a smoke to put it in towards Halls to stop that exact play is when they choose to pull the trigger. So he doesn't have his gun out to stop that initial MAC-10 from nafany, wrapping around that player in towards lane for the opening kill. Now you got to say, you can see m0NESY barely prepared as he turns. Great recovery from JKS after the fact though with the double kill. They do just enough to make this doable.
Well, Cloud9 come to the table with barely anything. And this time, NiKo feels confident just to run down Banana straight away, play towards Car and take these fights. The nade is good, right on top of Shiro. That's going to force Axel out. Or it should have, but it's actually bounced off the wall and gone the other way. So Axel's allowed to stay in position.
I don't think they even have an idea he's there, but with just a Glock, the nothing you can really do to take advantage of it, which is quite a bummer. USP's out for NiKo. There we go.
Finally. A fight with a P gun, both of them. Ooh. Well, they're sending this back to B on the Cloud9 side of things. But NiKo and HooXi are ready for this kind of play, so they're going to be sitting back quite passive. Shouldn't really be any chance for Cloud9 to even get towards the site here. No utility. There's the smoke down from G2, just locking him out.
Nice safe play as well from G2. Like, why even risk it? Why even risk losing a weapon to one of these deagles? Make them commit. You've got HooXi in the back of the bomb site at dark. You've got NiKo at the back at new boxes. Should be
pretty
impregnable.
Clear. Yeah, you'd hope so.
Impregnable, huh? Let's see. It's a wide berth for m0NESY as he's swung this with the AWP from spawn. He should have their backs. Oh, no, it's HooXi and NiKo to take all the glory. All right, this is what I'm wondering. So there's 3 rounds of difference right now. It's 10-13. G2 trying to go for this like late game comeback. They've started to get ahead in terms of the money. Things are looking together. But what needs to happen, Jason? If this comeback wants to be completed, if G2 want to long this out to a third, what needs to change? Because I need G2 to win this. I need them to win this series.
Okay.
I got content to film with them. And I need them to not have a terrible schedule or something. So yeah.
Well, I don't think anything needs to change at the moment. I think these past few rounds G2's defense have played, they've taken away one advantage that Cloud9's had that I touched on earlier, is we haven't seen that B defense hasn't been challenging out towards sandbags a whole lot early on. They haven't even been letting themselves in any position to be picked off early against the AKs, against the AWP. So I think that was a massive change that came a couple rounds ago that's really helping G2 out a lot. And obviously we saw Cloud9 try and readdress towards the A bomb site and get shut down once and obviously win a pretty close round over at the A bomb site. So I think G2's doing okay for the moment. Obviously m0NESY and NiKo performing very, very well. Anything m0NESY could do with that AWP and get mobile would be massive here down the stretch. Oh, I like this.
Yeah, I love this kind of play from m0NESY. So quick to get into an advanced position. And maybe this is the kind of move that gets you away with a great opening, but unfortunately, it didn't look like there was going to be a pick, but Buster's coming. Here he goes. m0NESY, he's so quick here, but he misses just about. And you've put your AWP in such a compromised position that he needs to get hit that, and he doesn't. Yeah,
it's such a nice place to just grab one free kill with the AWP and fall back. Even the Molotov on towards the balcony to make sure nobody can hustle up into Halls quick enough to wrap around him. They brought JKS in support, but just a missed shot from the young star AWPer.
Such an important round, too.
But again, a good read from G2. They know this B bomb site has been under heavy pressure throughout this half. They've lost it a number of times. Immediately upon losing that player, they shore up the B defense with a third defender. This time HooXi does have a defensive smoke.
3 players here and an execute ready to go for Cloud9. This is about to be a bloodbath in the final 30 seconds of play. Smoking towards CT. Hobbit starting to creep around the corner. There goes the nade. Ooh, that's going to do a lot of damage on 3 players. No one from G2 is offering themselves up. They are fine to run this clock down, but finally nafany leaps into the site, but they're not ready for HooXi, who at least gets one. Hunter sets himself off, gets a chance for a second, and he will. But the bomb plant is coming in, and Buster Locking in the digits, finally low! Oh, the final few seconds, Hunter denies the bomb plant, and it's Shiro playing for the kill, but JKS is on the other side of the map. That's a massive recovery from Hunter.
I wish I said that Hunter needed to have a good round. I'd like to change my answer.
That's crazy.
Dude, I mean, there were moments where it looked like it could have gone either way. I'm going to be honest. Like,
it wasn't at either side the whole time.
It wasn't the cleanest like build back in, but Hunter did like nail every opportunity he got, no matter how laboured it was.
I thought Buster was sticking the bomb plant through that whole situation.
Yeah, me too.
I know. At the end, I was like, this is awkward.
We've got a new feature, a 10-second bomb plant.
Oh, it's cut into a 2-round lead. This is getting real dicey for Cloud9, struggling to close out this map. Resilience from G2 and showing off their prowess.
It would unfortunately be one of the most Cloud9 things ever right now to get this close and let it all go. JKS at least gets himself one. And look at NiKo, ravenous, running up mid.
Yeah, with that kind of banana control, he's going to pop around that corner. Yeah, it's all shut down. Surely Shiro, he's been so good. Oh, he's got a chance up over the top. Modesty running out of bullets. The one tap isn't there. And Modesty holds on just barely. 12-13, G2 within one.
I seen you getting excited, Harry.
Dude, I know. I got nervous, right? I got nervous because Modesty went for the no-scope there. He had a teammate with him inside of the site. It was one guy left, like one dude, you 4v1. No one's ever lost a 4v1, ever. It just doesn't happen.
Never.
So you know, he like goes for the chance no-scope, trying to like, you know, just fire off a quick shot to set up his teammate in the site, and that almost ends up coming back to haunt him. He's very, very fortunate that Shiro is low on ammo in that final engagement. That would have been a hard-learned lesson in that moment, and it could have cost G2 everything in mounting the comeback.
Hunter.
Oh, Hobbit as well. Blow for blow right away.
All this damage through the smoke.
NiKo's down to 1 HP.
Yeah, that's wild early on. He's put out of the fight. Thankfully, Hooksy has an aggressive stance, so he's keeping some space in Banana. NiKo's going to be the one to rotate with the low health. So is Modesty, and even Hooksy backing off for the moment. Mid-utility being spent by Cloud9, so G2's on the rotation, trying to figure out exactly what's happening on the map. Are they going to gamble this? No, Hooksy just picking up a Molotov back to the B-bomb site, but 4 defenders stacked here. And at Modesty, Cloud9 is heading.
From the library. He looks to silence them, but the smoke comes up and severs his information flow. Now he has to be aware that they could go through the archway. So he's going to watch that instead. Cloud9 still keeping this slow. The remaining force is still positioned towards 8. It's the wrap around the long smoke coming in. They smoke out the library. But a deployed defensive smoke from G2 towards Moto. This is going to buy some crucial time.
It's got to be an awkward feeling for Exile and Shiro.
Did you see the shadow?
They saw him.
Well, no, he's there, and he goes for the peek into the rifle and loses his life. 20 seconds left.
Cloud9 still have no idea there's 3 people here. When with only 18 seconds, I don't think they have time to get all 3 kills and the plant.
Ooh, JKS in the sight with Hunter. JKS gets 1, but Buster and Axel starting to come together, and NiKo even on 1, able to get at least 1, but it's just Hooksy left, and there is no chance in hell for him. So Cloud9 push forward 14-12.
Oh, can you believe it? 4 players there. What a round from Cloud9.
I don't know how they did that. That's gonna be Hooksy going into this one, Harry.
No, he wants to get the AWP, but they know that he wants the AWP, right? And so I love that Axel just sits on it till the end of the round, just knowing that there's a chance that someone comes that way. That's really punishing, because, you know, Hooksy didn't try and win the 1v3. He didn't even want to attempt much in the round, but he's lost everything.
The barrel, Axel was ready the whole time. What a pair of impactful kills, even on the entrance. And the hard thing about that is NiKo's the last one to go down. Like, he's meant to, like, pop up off contact, but they're never in a position to be exposed to NiKo where they're getting killed from.
Well, that did leave G2 in a position where they had no cash, really, and they had a decision. Do we play for overtime, or would we try and play for the win? And they've gone for the force. They've bought up into this, 2 rifles, couple of upgraded pistols. This is what they've got left.
I wish we had a stat of like how much utility damage someone takes in a game, because I feel like I've seen NiKo eat nades and Molotovs since like round 3.
Yeah, if you're ever playing Banana, you're going to soak up a lot. He's not had the...
He's taking it from both ends.
Yep. Which is more impressive, the fact he's able to manage to perform so well in that kind of condition.
Yeah, it can be hard.
It can be very hard.
But he's not letting it get to him.
He's a professional.
The hero guns in this round on Hunter and Monacy. One of them's over here in A. But if you don't trade even, and really even if you trade evenly, that might not be enough of a reason for G2 to get stuck in here. You're going to need a lot out of this very boxed-in site defense.
This all just feels so born out of the success of the B-bomb site early for Cloud9, is that they're just making G2 so nervous about it. Monacy with one, that's Buster to fall, huge kill. Still only 2 defenders here, and a lot of angles you gotta be worried about.
There they come, into Monacy inside of the site. JKS with a 5-7, he's still alive, but eventually the kills will come in for Cloud9. He get on the plant, Hunter comes through, the bomb will go down, and Hunter gets one right between the eyes. It's hero of the Surgeon. He's one away from 30.
It's taking his face clean off.
Not the kind of Surgeon you would like to employ. Hooksy and NiKo, though, coming back in with pistols. nafany's got his skill right in the right place. His crossout takes out NiKo. It's just Hooksy. And they've conceded map and series point. G2's 16 win streak is now on the line.
Yeah, this is a phenomenal showing from Cloud9. They are here to play in this group. This would be a phenomenal win to get under your belt. A lot of confidence, especially with all the scrutiny of the new signing of Buster coming in for Inters. Cloud9 would love to have a win of this caliber under their belt. 15-12, and they've had to also, I mean, put down a pretty aggressive comeback from G2. This looked good for G2's defense for a while.
Yeah, it definitely looked like they were starting to get into it again. But I'm just happy that Cloud9 have shown up to this tournament. It's good to see them competing with the best. Katowice was super disappointing. Oh, just moments away, it feels. Cloud9 with the full buy up against G2's Wounded Purchase. 3 at B at the moment. And Cloud9 have been very good in these kind of scenarios too, Jess. They haven't lost too much to these weak buys, these half buys.
Yeah, they've done well. Once again, G2 with a lean towards this B-bomb site, though. This time it seems like they have it in the right place, at least for the moment. Still a minute left on the clock, so plenty of time for Cloud9 to adjust with Buster over and Halls at the moment. Hobbit deep in mid looking for any pushes. Utility to try and mask what's coming, but I don't think G2 is going to bite. Not with Hunter boosted up on top of Flowers.
Well, Cloud9 knocking on the B door. Smoke they still got to go through. Perhaps Hunter's position up in the CT boost could do something about this, but nafany's moving forward. Axel with him. They still haven't checked Hunter. The smoke has faded away, but all of his teammates are starting to fade away. Finally, Hunter drops down. It's just one, and Cloud9 are now just 2 kills away from securing this victory.
Again, a couple of times G2's had a good trap set up for what was coming, just not able to spring it properly. And JK's footsteps going to be heard. That's a freebie for nafany. Excuse me, that was Buster, but it's not a freebie at all. 2-on-2, and they have to go for it.
Of course they do, but the time is the problem. They're still kind of far away.
No kits.
From playing together with the lack of kits and now lack of Monacy. It's just JKS left. He goes into the site. Just desperately looking for a kill to allow him back into this round, and
give Shiro 30.
Yeah, give him the 30th, and there it is. What a way to close it. Our match of the day ends, and so does G2's map win streak, or series win streak rather, as they come to a close. Cloud9 looking good here at ESL Pro League, Jason.
Yeah, this is great. The build up off of EG, we mentioned on the desk, you couldn't really take a whole lot from that win, but this one you're going to take a lot from Cloud9, coming in swinging. Shiro with an absolutely incredible series for Cloud9. Axel played phenomenal. They look great today, and G2 gets put on the back foot.